Nobody in the town knows much about Kashi Bhatta's past. His black clay tile rooftop house is in the Agrahara neighborhood with open drains on either side of muddy road. Despite living in this old mud-walled house for over 5 decades, Kashi Bhatta is not poor. He owns sufficient land and also runs a small grocery store in a building which is also owned by him. The shop building was adjoining the backyard of his house and was facing the busy shopping street of the town. His unique lifestyle has made him well known in the town. A pious soul, he has lived a simple life, always worrying about expenses for food, clothing, and other necessities. Only he knew the struggles he had faced. Every day, he supplies exactly 50 grams of coffee powder and 4 jaggery balls from his own store for the morning coffee of all members of the family. Similarly, separate supply of coffee powder and jaggery balls for the evening coffee would come from his store. He also supplied rice, lentils, and other essentials from his own store for preparing food for the day. He used only what is necessary for the day, sticking to a strict budget. Even buying vegetables is done with a predetermined budget in mind. For Kashi Bhatta, spending money is a painful experience. He seldom encouraged or entertained any visitors or guests to his house. Would the next generation have the same mindset and lifestyle as Kashi Bhatta? Is it not unfair to expect it the same way? Did not Kashi Bhatta's son ever think of demolishing their 5 decade old mud walled house and building a new one? How long would the grown up son remain under his father's control? The son made his request, almost a demand. Kashi Bhatta, whose physical and mental strength was waning, succumbed to his son's demand. It was decided to build a new house after demolishing the old one. Kashi Bhatta was heartbroken on the thought of his 5 decade old house coming down and lifelong savings dwindled before his eyes. The cow shed behind the house, which had become unnecessary after they stopped keeping cows, had been converted into an outhouse. Over the years, the small town had grown into a big one, with their Agrahara becoming a densely populated residential area. Son had a long-term plan to build 4 or 5 shops along the main road, which would generate a good rental income, as well as a good business for their own grocery shop after modernizing the same. A good house for themselves behind the shops on priority basis. Bhatta family's residence was shifted to the outhouse, which was previously a cowshed. Black-clay tiles roof, which had sheltered the family for 3 generations for over 5 decades from the rains and the sun, gave in. Kashi Bhatta had an intention to salvage as much as possible from the old structure. The rafters, windows, and doors were carefully removed and placed on the ground. The mud walls collapsed, forming a huge mound in front of the outhouse. The Bhatta family, now living in the outhouse, was transformed into a family of night watchmen guarding the construction site of their new home. To move in and out of the outhouse, they had to climb up and down the mound. For several days, Kashi Bhatta ignored the issue of removing the mud mound. His son, tired of the inconvenience, suggested hiring lorries to clear the mound as the space was required to start the construction work for new house. Kashi Bhatta, however, vetoed his son's idea and instead came up with a unique solution. He took a plank from the old door, wrote a message on it with a piece of chalk, and hung it in front of the mound where it was visible to the public. The sign read, "Legal action will be taken against anyone stealing soil from this mound." The sign caught the attention of passers-by who wondered what it was all about. 3 days later, Kashi Bhatta's son expressed his anxiety to his father. He had noticed that some mischievous people had stolen a portion of the mud mound. He asked his father if they should file a complaint with the police. Kashi Bhatta calmed him down, saying there was no need to take any action. As the days passed, the mound gradually disappeared and the family could move around without having to climb over it. By the time the mound was completely gone, Kashi Bhatta's son had understood his father's strategy. The son, now clever enough, removed the old signboard and replaced it with a new one, which he hung in the same spot. The new sign read, "Gratitude to the kind hearted soul who stealthily cleared the mound free of cost to us." The sign caught the attention of the public, and soon everyone was talking about it. A question: whose mentality the author is talking about and why? Please post your answer in the comments box. Thank you.